brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's the most ignorant nigga in the hood, the Hoodie Man, featuring
Waveberg Slim. What we getting into today, my brother?
I know people gonna be mad today. They're gonna be like, damn, y'all niggas not only back to back, but sound like y'all not even interested in what we want to talk about. Cause I'm tired of fuck shit. And I'm tired of people allowing fuck shit in the battle rap community.
Facts.
We knew that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett had an open relationship.
For
And
years.
y'all blew up that August Alsina was fucking this bitch when y'all already seen pictures of them together. And you should have known he was fucking the bitch.
That's
But
the definition of an open relationship.
Who gives a fuck? Will knew. That's probably why he was out making movies, so he wasn't disturbed by hearing the moans and groans of his wife.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? The kids were probably cool. Well, Uncle Alcina, they could be like, we got an uncle that made hit music once.
Facts.
He
had recognition at one time.
You know, but to me, it's just a whole bunch of hoopla that no one should give a fuck about.
Exactly.
Whatsoever. And that goes into today's episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Same principle.
Today's episode, who gives a fuck what Adi Boom or Show Off thinks? Seriously. I'm going to give y'all a little mini take before I give it to the great co-host in the world, Waveberg Slim. I'm just so baffled because it's like, he's a fucking snitch. Mm-hmm. Who cares? Why do y'all still label him in battle rap or battle rap community worthy of any conversation? He's a fucking snitch. And then let's get on Show Off. His battles are lackluster. He's terrible. But you need relevancy. You need a plate, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? You need a plate, don't you? Looking ass.
Let's go.
You so wet to get motherfucking attention, you gonna make us think about a person that we totally forgot about and gave two shits about. But I'm not gonna just put all the smoke on you. Malachi deserves a little bit of the smoke too, because he wanted to do a fucking face-off with the fucking snitch. Who cares if the snitch is battle rapping?
Facts.
There's not enough real nigga shit in the world that could happen to you in one instant to make me forget you a snitch.
Let's go, Hoodie.
I'm like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, who gives a fuck about an Adi rat or a Show Off? Nigga, you are, oh man, like, oh my God. Your resume probably is terrible. I never looked it up because I don't care about you. Saga is more relevant than you, and he's sewage fluid. You are nobody. And the fact that you're trying to build fame, credibility, and get a little bit of exposure from a rat shows how low you are. You ain't no better than him. In your interview, you snitch too. How you rat on a rat and we gonna call you credible?
Oh man.
You ratted on a rat. You ever heard of the saying, the lowest of the lows? My goodness, nigga, you just China low blowed that man.
That's
Shout out to all my wrestling.
Shout out.
But what the fuck? You just snitched on a snitch and we supposed to be cool? That's why when I did see a little piece of the Adi Boom clip that was stolen by a lot of bloggers because these motherfuckers are thieves, that's why I like being a podcast. He didn't say nothing. He reflected every fucking thing. And the most important part to me, it's the only thing I'm going to give the rat credit for.
Mm-hmm.
If you a rat and someone's ratting on you, what do you have to say? Now you just as low as me. I brought you to my realm now. It's like once you was it's like if you born in the sewage You always been sewage. You might have came up to the earth realm, shout out to Mortal Kombat, and look normal,
MK.
but you're really sewage.
Okay.
When you bring a nigga down to sewage with you, he is no better than you. And show off you are nowhere near the Adi Boom, which now puts you in the sewage fluids bin, and you're a snitch. I'll start the narrative, nigga. I'm that thoroughbred. You're a snitch because you snitched on a snitch. You're not better. Slim, take it away before I punch my damn mic.
Shout out to the Hoodie Man, giving us takes that have not been said on this topic. My brother Hoodie Man just broke out the old flamethrower and went to work. But I want to start this off by saying the title on that show off is not only false, but it was asinine. Exposing Adi Boom. I want to send a shout out to Uncle Ra for giving it that title, clickbait masterpiece. But we learned nothing from that interview. Anyone who had been paying attention since February 29th when Big K eulogized Adi Boom, you know that Adi Boom is a rat and a snake. So show off doing this interview shed no light. It was confirmation on what is known to be a fact in the battle rap community. If I were to sit back and reflect on that interview, like I didn't learn a thing. Nothing. Like all of the things that show off brought to the forefront are things that I could have imagined Adi Boom doing because he is a snake. What more do you expect from him? Just giving you timeline facts on what I show off, quote unquote, exposed was back in, he met him in 2011. And after a battle, they befriended each other, became, close. They had a little group together. And then 2 months before he was to be locked up, Boom said to show off, yo, I got this case, blase splee, and I never went into the house during an armed robbery. I was the getaway driver. Once the guys came out, I wasn't fast enough on the pedal to get away, and they got caught. Along the same timeline, once he was locked up, Show Off was being loyal to him, helping him with phone time, being able to speak to people and all of that, which could have got Show Off locked up. You being solid to the dude. You don't know the ins and outs of what happened yet, so I'll give you that. But you come to find out during that stretch that the things that you speak on with Boom, he is going back and telling other people out about your conversations with Boom from other people, which shows you that he is a rat and a snake. I mean, we are from the hood, man. My brother Hoodie, man, he in Canton. I come from Detroit, you know what I mean? And we both know that when a guy is locked up and you are the one that's helping him, he is at he will never be more loyal to you at that point. He needs you for certain things. Well, Boom couldn't even be loyal then. I'm going to let that sink in. He was locked up needing Show Off, and he still couldn't be loyal to him. He's a snake. You cut him off. You stop doing what you're doing. So Boom's timeline says that he was on that Show Off was only rocking with him in prison for 2 months. So it took you 2 months to find out that this dude was a snake while being locked up. I'm a because Boom is actually telling on himself, given that short timeline. Like, you couldn't be loyal for longer than 2 months, bro. Let's move it forward. You say that you went to the event, the RBE event after what's his name? The Rat got out and he was facing Big K. Big K exposes him something nasty.
Vicious.
And you got the guy, I guess there was supposedly a fight supposed to happen or happened, and you got guys that put their phones away. So you had Boom's back at that moment also. And you told him that you needed to see the evidence that he was not a rat. You know, when it all happened, I didn't immediately jump to Boom's a rat. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wanted a little more proof because that's a serious accusation. I come from a hood where the rumor of you snitching to get you killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, if dude saw you in the car with a cop and you wasn't going to jail, you was back on the block after a couple of hours, oh, you ratted. There's no way around it. Whether you did or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a marked man. But I gave Boom a chance. And the moment I saw that Boom secretly recorded a lawyer that he paid to convince the community that he wasn't a snitch, I knew that he had done it. You paid a man to represent you, and you're secretly recording him for what? And you're trying to say, well, did I testify in court? That doesn't mean you didn't snitch, bro. From that moment, from the outside looking in, I knew that he ratted. There wasn't a question in my mind. So that wasn't enough for you, Show Off. You wanted him to show you the minutes from the actual court case as to what happened, and that's how you made your decision, but it shouldn't have taken that much. My question is, before I hand it over to my brother, like, how loyal is too loyal? What are your thoughts on that, bro?
This is a very deep topic because my zodiac sign is a Leo, ruling planet the sun, and we thrive off loyalty. Like, that's our biggest trait. Like, that's one thing we don't play around with.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So this topic like hits me in different places because it's like most distasteful thing to like. All right, here we go. With everything my co-host just said, I just feel like you have to be either A, the dumbest nigga in the world, B, you grew up in a suburban around white folks and don't have the nigga knowledge to understand what happens in the courtrooms and with law enforcement or with detectives. Like, nigga, they even the casual niggas get CSI and Law and Order, nigga. What the? All right, you're not a good battle rapper. So the fact that I'm even talking about you pisses me off because I don't like you as a battle rapper. And after that stunt you pulled on 15, shout out to Uncle Rob, I never want to hear you open your mouth again. Whether it's battling, talking, don't start a podcast. Do not start vlogging. I will be on your head, boy. Know that I will. I'm not playing with you. I don't fuck with you. I don't like the aura you give off. You snitch on a snitch and think that I'm gonna credit you for doing the deed that I didn't even credit the first guy for doing. How the fuck is that? I'll get white people talking to understand. Have you ever been at a job, right? Like, yo, I need, and you ready to clock, so you don't do it. You just clock out, you leave. Another person comes in, and the boss like, yo, Can you hit that? And the other person don't do it either. And you get back to work, the boss yelling at you, but you like, but the other guy didn't do it either. But I remember the purpose. You were supposed to do it first,
Facts.
and you did it. And that's my mindset with this. That already don't fuck with you. Come behind and try to snitch on the other guy and think I'm gonna credit you for that. Pisses me off.
Facts.
It really does. It takes me to a whole nother level. Like, I really don't even want to dwell in this no more because I'm gonna start throwing trash cans and flipping shit in my motherfucking house. I'm about to start breaking shit. Y'all gonna hear a lot of sounds y'all never heard on the podcast before. You might even hear a bitch get smacked, and I don't hear women. That's how angry I'm. That's how, like, I'm to that point. Like, what the fuck going on?
Right.
Like, really? Battle rap is this dry? Tumbleweeds, cactuses, vultures. Is that where we at now in battle rap?
Facts.
It seems like that's all we talk about. The tumbleweed is show off, rolling on by. The cactus is us, the people that give it the damn attention because we the only one that hold water.
Mm-hmm.
Bar. And the vulture is that nigga. Adi Boom. The
Facts.
nigga that swoops down in after the prey is done dead and then they like, nigga, why you ain't tell nobody else we was here, nigga? You like, shit, nigga, I'm all about me. I'll snitch on y'all, nigga. If a motherfucking predator came right now and was about to eat me, and I'm like, wait, don't eat me. If you eat them, we can share this. I'm doing that. That's Adi for you.
Facts.
He would have been died in the animal kingdom. We too tolerant. Animals would have been done killed him. And any type of think, just think about it.
That's real.
Think about that. Any other animal, if he was in the animal kingdom, they would have done killed him against genetics, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Not even animals snitch on each other. It could be a predator right there. If they see it, they're gonna call it out. Oh, they ain't snitching. That's protect your damn family.
Facts.
That motherfucker see the predator and don't
That's
say a
another
damn.
topic.
Let half of y'all get ate. Oh, nigga, that nigga ain't allowed. Nobody tried. Nobody colony. Nobody nothing. And we keep allowing this nigga in our motherfucking colony, which is battle rap. We keep
Facts.
allowing the snitch in
He gotta go.
when we shouldn't be talking about this fuck nigga.
Cancel that dude, man.
He's not relevant. I'm mad that I gotta make a damn video on this later.
Facts.
This ugly ass motherfucker.
Facts. I mean, let this be a reminder to anybody that wants to use this dude for clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't use Boom to get clout. Especially if you're gonna tell that he was disloyal to you. Okay, great. I understand. Show off loyal to you. Your conversations didn't stay the same. You heard recordings of him talking filthy about you. I understand that. But he did not give you 17 years.
Mm.
He did not give you 13 years.
Bars.
Adi Boom literally 30 niggas. 17, 13, 30. Boom has been 30 in niggas in real life and not in a good way.
Bars.
I have zero sympathy for Show Off because he showed you who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want this to come across as a diss to this man because he's been nothing but stand up during his tenure in the BRC. He helps, you know what I'm saying, with kids in Brownsville, Brooklyn, helping them like realize what manhood is and all of this. And I feel like he will have learned from this experience dealing with Adi Boom. You know what I mean? But he does not get points for this. Being loyal to a snake does not get you points. You said during your interview that your wife said that, yo, you stupid. Which I feel like should have stayed between you and your wife. You know what I'm saying? But you felt that you needed to make that point to emphasize how loyal you were to this man. That's why I posed the question of how loyal is too loyal. Be loyal to the right people. And be loyal within reason. Don't be blindly loyal to dudes because they take advantage of you. And that's what Adi Boom did to Show Off. And I ask you this question. You go to work and you go home this evening and your wife is on top of another dude. Are you going to say, well, maybe she did trip, fall, and land? Nah, you going to jump straight to the conclusion of she cheating on you. You're going to throw her and him out at the very least. But if you do that, that makes you a hypocrite. Because you gave Adi Boom every chance in the world to prove that he wasn't a snitch. How are you more loyal to this rat than you are to your own wife? I'm going to let that sink in for a minute. Are you going to give your wife the same amount of rope that you gave Adi Boom? Because the moment he tried to secretly record his lawyer, I was done with him. I said, oh, that's a snitch. You paid this man. He should be able to go on camera and say you're not a rat. Why do you have to secretly record? And if you're not going to give your wife that same leeway, that makes you a fool. That makes you a disloyal nigga to the person that should be the closest to you. Will you give her the same rope that you gave Boom? That's the question right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how far does your loyalty go? Because if your loyalty goes as far as you gave that rat, then you need to grow up and mature. Because that doesn't make sense. Like, he already snaked you. You realized at the battle when Big K brought out the Jamaican accent that he copped to during the plea process, that the story he told you from the jump was a lie. These are things that should have been playing in your mind when you decided to back this rat, but you did it anyway. So you go home and your wife is on top of one and you don't say, you know what, I'm going to give her a chance. Maybe she tripped, fell, and landed on that. If you don't go looking for knots in the carpet or banana peels laying around somewhere, that makes you a hypocrite, bro. Don't let a snake make you a hypocrite. You have to draw the line somewhere, which goes back to our other blog. Like, where do we draw the line? Where does the standard start?
That's an
When
art.
does the manhood start in situations? Let rats be rats, bro. That man did nothing. At least your wife is washing your clothes, possibly, cooking your meals. I don't know your home structure, but baseline wife duties for you to marry her, like you had to have seen some type of standard in her. Adi Boom has shown no standard. Niggas liked him because he was cool, because he could, you know what I'm saying, get along with the fellas. That's all he's shown. He hasn't been a real nigga at all, period. He said he wrote for Surf when he didn't. He's a liar. Why are you loyal to this dude? When you are a stand-up dude, when you are walking the talk, you have to have a level of discernment where you can differentiate the pits from the poodles. You couldn't do it. Be loyal to people who earn it. Don't just give it to some nigga because he can talk the talk. Can he walk the walk? And that's not how. Hoodie man, what you got to say, bro?
Well, my take on that, and that was beautiful. Like all of that needed to be said, ladies and gentlemen. I will not refute or debate that, but I will say this: if I ever walk in the house and see my wife trip off laying on somebody's dick, I'm gonna go to the closet, grab my damn shotgun, and people gonna get blown away today.
Real
I
shit.
might get gun butted depending on how angry I am. Because
Fact.
at the end of the day, I'm a wise man to know that if I saw that, even though my emotion probably could get the best of me, that I can get a divorce and leave and not have to give this bitch nothing.
Real talk.
So he's not even in that mindset. Like, and that's what like really baffles me with this guy. Like, even when my coach says stand up guy and battle rapping in life, because he is, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing all of that. But when your decision making is flawed like this,
Facts.
how stand up are you? Because, like
Facts.
Luck said, stand up niggas don't lean, and you're
Ever.
leaning right now. You are leaning and not to the right side.
Real talk, bro.
So I just look at this dude like battle rap wise, I'm not impressed. As a person, maybe what you do for communities is cool, but I'm not going to let that overshadow the fact that you snitched on a snitch. I don't know
Facts.
how much good you do. Shit, D Wade throw a lot of money to motherfucking community. Bill calling his son a daughter.
Talk that.
Like, it don't matter what
Talk
you
about
do
it.
in the community. If you're going to put money in the community, but you're going to destroy them psychologically, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What would it matter if I gave my community $50,000 when I told them that one of the requirements of me giving y'all this is allowing me to open up, you know, saying dominatrix clubs in every corner of the city. Now kids walking by watching women with whips and doing crazy shit. The sick perverts who need to get a rub off, and I allowed that in y'all community.
Facts.
I wanted this money so bad. Not all money is good money.
At all, bro.
So the point that I'm making is I don't care unless you save the black race from extinction. You will never be able to wipe the scar of snitching on a snitch. I think even if you do that, we gonna still be like, he saved us, snitch man. Because you a snitch just like him. And I'm gonna call a spade, guy. You're a snitch. It's not just, we know Adi Boom was snitch. None of this shit is surprising. That's why I'm mad people talking about it. It's like how I started the damn show off. If you know about shit, you ain't gonna speak on it.
Talk.
Because it's already out. It's already out that Adi is a pussy boy snitch, lame ass nigga. So the fact that you want to get clout off a lame, what does that make you? It's like if a nigga dates a hoe, but then get mad she get pregnant with his baby, but then got to deal with her hoisms. You don't want that nutted in her. All the other niggas wear condoms. Why is that their fault?
Real talk.
She don't go out and get the dick anyway. You did that. You knew he was a snitch. You still tolerated dealing with a snitch. And if I was your wife, I would come to the hoodie man. But
Oh, Hoodie.
we are the dynamic duo. I am the hoodie man. He is
Waveberg Slim.
love. peas and chicken
Chicken grease
on
on
Hoodie.
Hoodie.
You already know how we do, man. Shout out to Wadeberg Slim. That's my guy. That's my brother for life. You already know.